as you can see here, I can't see anything out of the back window because of my gear.
Oh, I can see behind me!
Hi folks, today I'm going to do a quick unboxing and review on the Dymco 10-inch dash cam that goes onto the rear view mirror in your car. This is the latest version. It comes with a GPS module and it has a touchscreen as well as having night vision and a rear view camera. So it finally arrived. I'm in Australia and it took a little while to get here. I don't think that was any fault of the manufacturers. It was purely a transport issue. What I purchased was the 10-inch unit, so the dash cam itself. It does come with all of the bits you need. However, I did notice on the description of the item that the cable may have been a little bit short for my vehicle, which is a dual cab utility, to get the reverse camera from the back all the way up to the dash cam itself. So I purchased a extension lead to go with the reverse camera. Way too much for what I needed, but it was the shortest one I had. It's 15 meters, and also a hard wire kit. So rather than relying on the usual plug into the car cigarette lighter, this will hardwire straight into the fuse box and give some permanent power as well to the dash cam to use some of its other functions. So let's jump in and open it up. Now, I have to carry a spray rig on the back of my vehicle for my work, and it really inhibits my ability to see what's behind me. In fact, I cannot see what's close up directly behind me. I rely on the side mirrors, which are helpful, but if any of you have ever had to use side mirrors, you'll know that they are great, but they don't give you a full view of what's going on behind you. Good packing, it's not going to get hurt in there. Put that over there. So this is the package itself. Dymco, capture every detail in mind. So we've got HD video recording, super night vision, reversing aid system, G sensor, parking monitor, and loop recording. If you're familiar with dash cams at all, this is pretty much standard features with most of them, if they've got a reversing system, that is. The loop recording is for most dash cams, the night vision is. I am interested to see how the Sony lens goes on this, a 2.5K Sony lens. It's supposed to be very, very clear. The angles on the front are 170 degrees for the dash cam and 140 on the rear. Okay, so I've got one insert there. Okay, so this is the unit itself. Looks about the same size as my current mirror. Now this model here comes with a anti-glare film on the mirror, which is supposed to help. I had one of these units, not the Dymco, it was a I don't even know the brand actually. It was a reverse mirror dash cam. The actual video screen itself was very small, it was about this big, and it was very, very hard to see during the daytime. So I'll be interested to see how bright this is. Straight away you can see on the back, this is the lens, fully adjustable. Oh, look at that, comes out as well. Move it up, down, left, right, diagonally. Quite stiff, which is good, which means it's not going to move around with bumps. We've got a reset button on the back there. On the top, we've got the micro USB port for the power, an AV in for the reversing camera, memory card slot. I think these take up to 64 gigabytes, I could be wrong. And the GPS module plugs into this hole here. So it's got a protective film on there. I won't take that off just yet. Anyway, there's more in here. I can feel it. Good quality foam insert. It wasn't going to get damaged. Okay, open up the lid and we've got so this is the reversing camera with its cables and some adhesive if you're going to stick it on there as well. This will be going just above my license plate on the back. Yeah, look, I mean, this amount of cable here, I reckon I would have been maybe half a metre to a metre short from getting it to where it needs to go. So I'm glad I got the extension lead for the reverse camera. Okay, these are the tools for installation. These are the little rubber stretchy things that connect it to the back, over the back of the revision mirror. This tool here is to help to hide the cables up underneath the roof lining and the side trim on the column. So that's good. Okay, we've got a power lead here into this cigarette power port. Like I said, I'm not going to be using this. I'm going to hardwire the system in. And then this is the GPS module. So this will go maybe under the dash, I think, if I can get the right position for it. So 3M adhesive strip on the back, that's not going to go anywhere. And there you go. Finally, we've got the Dymco instruction manual in Chinese and English. There's a few pages there, that's pretty good. Okay, so I'm partway through the installation of the Dymco Dash Cam. Hasn't been going too badly. Certainly nothing to do with the Dymco product itself. I've just had one of those vehicles that's made it a little bit tricky to get wiring where it needs to go and run cables and put reverse cameras in and the like. But as you can see, the Dymco unit has been installed. I've wired it up. I've actually run the wires underneath the roof lining, down by the pillar, in behind the dash. And I'm so glad that I got the hard wire kit. Now the hard wire kit comes, the wires are actually attached to fuses. So once you find the power that you need the accessories or radio, fuse, and then you also need some full-time power straight to the battery as well. Once I found those fuses, it was very easy to install the wiring with the fuse on it. One thing I did have to do though is, because of the plastic covering over the fuse, I had to just slice off a little bit of the ends of that plastic to help it comfortably fit inside the slot for the fuses. But otherwise, nice spot for a ground right here. That all went fantastically. For the reverse camera, around the cables underneath the carpet, through the carpet here, I've got actual little lug through the floor there, so I'm running the cable underneath the body and then across the chassis. Now I've got to obviously cable tie these up yet, and when you come to the back here, this is where I've mounted the, well, you can't see my rego anyway. This is where I've mounted the reverse camera, and I've got really good view there. The power for the reverse camera just hooks up very easily to the power for the reverse lights. And once again, I've got to just tidy all the slack cable up. Now when it comes to the operation, it's working as it should. Now you'll see, once I put the keys in the ignition, turn the ignition on, and there we go, it begins to start up. Now it automatically goes into record mode, so it's recording the dash cam at the moment. Now what I like about this is it actually records the front camera, the dash cam, as well as the reverse camera. To get into different modes, you simply need to tap the screen. If you want to change it, there's a setting there. When you turn the ignition on, it will go to the reverse camera automatically. You can change that setting so it starts off on the dash cam, and it just depends on what you want to see. I will use it as a revision mirror as well, because as you can see here, I can't see anything out of the back window because of my gear, and certainly not for the revision mirror or the default one. So now I can see out the back of the vehicle, which is fantastic. I will take it for a test drive in a moment to see how it runs. Now the GPS is all hooked up. Once again, I've hidden the GPS unit up in the inside the headlighting here. I can't seem to find a setting at the moment. I'm in Australia, so we're kilometres per hour. This shows a miles per hour speedometer. I'm sure there's a setting in there somewhere, I'm just not seeing it. But it's great to be able to see the clock there, the date, just straight away. It's simple operation. The brightness up and down is simply touch screening up and down. I need it really bright. It's very bright in Australia here during the daytime. Tap the screen to get into your different modes. You've got a microphone there to turn your microphone on and off. I just do love these quick controls. You know I showed it before, but the brightness over here, if you want to what was this one? Oh, if you want to reposition your view, so my camera's pointing at the ground a bit, so I've got good parking assistance graph on there to show fairly accurately when to stop. But for driving, I can bring that down a bit, and look at that great view of the street there. You'll probably see a car drive past me in a moment. I can hear one around here, or maybe not. But once again, we'll take that for a drive in a moment. Now to swipe down the middle gets you into a menu there. So you can change the resolution, your video clip times, you can do time lapse, record audio, G-sensor, all these great settings there that you can go through. The frequency is 60 Hertz. I'll have to look it up. I'm not sure what we are in Australia. And you can scroll up here to a couple more settings where you can do a speed calibration and adjust your time zone as well. Now, that's it for those. And another thing I was going to show too, yeah, so you can switch between your cameras, and I really love this next view. You've got a split view, so you can see your dash cam front camera, and you can see the rear camera at the same time. You just swipe across again to get to the front, swipe across again to get to the back. Now if you swipe to the right, this will take you into the video playback and the photo gallery. So it'll list the relevant files there. Now I don't know why there's no files there. Let's go here, normal video of the rear. Okay, here's the files. So this is the loop recording it's been taking. Some of those videos are from where I've been setting everything up, and more video of the rear. And look here, we can play back a video just by tapping on it, and there's the playback. How good is that? I don't know what you can do. Oh yeah, you can scroll through the video, pause, play, all that. Delete up here. So that's great. Get out of that. So that's pretty much it. I will take it for a drive once I've tidied up all these cables and put the kick panels and that back on, and we'll see how it goes on the road. Right. So about to go for a drive. Let's turn the ignition on. It does take a few seconds to boot up, but that's okay. Okay, there we go. The unit has started in the reverse camera mode. Now, once I go into gear, okay. So now that's really accurate. I've measured that out from the back of the vehicle, and to where the red horizontal line is pointing towards the word stop, that's about 1 metre to 1.5 metres, or probably more about 1 metre from the rear of the vehicle. Once again, I actually can see what's going on out the back of my car, which I've not been able to do. Now, it did flicker a bit there when I put my foot on the brake. I'm not sure if that's a voltage issue at the back where I've connected it up to the reverse lights, but it does come back to the reverse camera, which is good. Yeah, look at that. Pressing my foot on the brake causes it to go front camera, then rear camera. Okay. I would say that there's some sort of voltage drop there. Maybe something to do with the earth, because it's sharing a common earth with the stoplight. But I'll look into that. Now coming out of reverse in the first gear. Now I wouldn't mind going into this split screen mode. Now, the first thing I notice is it is quite glary. There's not a lot you can do about that, but Dymco have set the brightness quite high, so I can see it. I can't see it as well through the video, but it's very usable in the daylight. And there you have it. I'm not going to continue videoing, it is a bit dangerous, so I'll give my conclusion in a moment. A bit of an update. The glitch that I had when I was putting the car into reverse and the dash cam was showing the reversing aid grid on the screen. When I was putting my foot on the brake, or if I put the blinkers on, it was sending a strange electrical current through the wiring, and it was causing the cameras to switch from front camera to back camera and back again. So I found the problem, and I've actually pulled the wiring out of the connecting block that I put it in, where it was obviously touching other wires, and I've made sure it's clearly isolated to get power only from the reverse light lead off the back, and it's got its own ground as well now, instead of having a shared ground. So now you'll see that when I put it into reverse, there we go, we get that nice little grid. And if I put my foot on the brake or turn a blinker on, no issues at all now, so that's fantastic. There we go, just took it out of reverse. And in conclusion, I'm really happy with the dash cam. It's not the middle of the day now, so the reflection has died right down. I can see the screen really clearly. I've had to drive it around a bit this afternoon, so being able to reverse and see what's out the back of the ute is incredible, and highly recommend it. That's the Dymco 10-inch. It's the new 2020 model. It has the GPS, so that the files that you download onto a computer will have the mapping information as well, and as well as the speedo on the screen, which I'm hoping to find out how to change it to kilometers per hour. So there you have it, Dymco 10-inch dash cam. So looking at the footage on a computer, I'm just so amazed at how rich and bright and vivid it is. Everything is so clear. The image stabilization is great. I'm not seeing any vibrating, any fuzziness in the footage at all.
How good is this?
No difference from the front camera to the rear camera. Both really clear and vibrant. And the 2.5K Sony lens just does a great job I'm really, really pleased with the quality of the footage that this has put out. So the Dymco Dash Cam 2020 model, which is the latest one, is available on Amazon, and it's been a real pleasure doing this review, and I hope you got something out of it. Thank you.